Hello students, all the students of BA Part 2nd year are welcome here in the class of English Literature. Today we are going to read about the literary devices and the poetic devices of the poem "The World is Too Much with Us." Literary devices are used in a particular work of literature to enhance its beauty. Literary devices differentiate literature from a simple text. So, the major poetic device of the poem "The World is Too Much with Us" is sonnet. So let us begin about this topic, but before beginning, I am going to introduce myself. This is Divya Kumari Meena, Assistant Professor. So let us begin with the topic. So the major poetic device which is used in this poem, "The World is Too Much with Us," is sonnet. Sonnet is a short poem of 14 lines with one idea. Sonnet is a form of poetry which is used by many writers, as Shakespeare wrote many sonnets, as it is a very short poem of 14 lines. There are many types of sonnets, such as Petrarchan Sonnet. Another kind of sonnet is Shakespearean sonnet. But this particular poem, "The World is Too Much with Us," is written in Petrarchan sonnet. Now let's see what is Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet is a poem written in 14 lines, but it consists two kind of stanzas. First is octave and second is sestet. First of all, octave is a verse form which consisting of 8 lines. It means the starting 8 line of the poem is octave, and sestet, the remaining last 6 lines of the stanza of poetry, is known as sestet. This is also known as the second part of the sonnet. And the rhyme scheme of this particular kind of sonnet is ABBA, ABBA, CDC, DCD. So the starting 8 line of octave have the rhyme scheme ABBA, ABBA, and the sestet has the rhyme scheme CDC, DCD. And the poem is particularly written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is kind of a meter which consists of 5 iambs. So this is all about the form of poetry. This is all about the form of this poem in which it is written. And if we talk about the major literary devices which are used in this poem: enjambment, personification, allusions, imagery, consonants, simile, metaphor, assonance. All these literary devices are used in this poem, The World is Too Much with Us. First of all, enjambment. Enjambment is a kind of it is defined as a thought in a verse that does not come to an end at a line break. It means when a line ends, the thought continues. The idea doesn't stop there, it continues with the another line. So it is known as enjambment. So when he says, it moves us not, great God, I would be a pagan. So here the two the idea, great God, I would rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So this is the example of enjambment. Next is personification. Personification, when the human qualities are given to non-human things or inanimate objects, that is known as personification. So when in the line, the sea that bears her bosoms to the moon, here he compares sea to a lady, because a lady wear a pendant or a chain in her neck, and that chain enhances her beauty. So in the same way, he compares sea to a woman who has worn a chain and a pendant when moon is reflected on its surface. Then another device which is used is allusion. Allusion is an indirect or direct reference to a person, place, thing or idea of historical, cultural, political or literary significance. Here, next literary device which is used in this poem is imagery. Many imagery are used in this poem. Imagery makes the readers visualize the writer's feelings, emotions, and ideas. Imagery directly appeals to the sense organs, as the winds that will be howling at all hours and are upgathered now sleeping flowers. We can imagine the winds, how the wind blows and how the withered flowers and leaves run with the motion of that wind, and during the night time how the wind become completely calm. So it gives the sense of visualization. We can visualize that feeling, emotion and ideas. So that is known as imagery. Another device which is used is consonants. Consonants is the repetition of consonant sounds when the same consonant sound is repeated more than one time is known as consonance. As in the line, have sight of portiers rising from the sea, we see the repetition of letter T and F in this particular line. So this is the example of consonants. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. So in this line we see the repetition of F for everything and T in this and tune, F in for and off for. So this word is repeated again here. So this is an example of consonants. Another device is used is simile. As we know that simile is comparison between two things. So when he says that all upgathered now like sleeping flowers, he compares the calm wind to the sleeping flower. Metaphor is also used in this poem. Metaphor means when the two dissimilar things are compared with each other without using the word as and like. So in the line, suckle in a crete outworn, here this is an example of metaphor. Again, assonance is also used. Assonance is the repetition of same vowel sound in the same line. As in the line, or hear all Triton blow his withered horn. So here we see the repetition of the sound O again and again in the same line. So when same vowel sound is repeated in the same line more than one time is known as assonance. So all these literary devices and literary terms are used in this poem, The World is Too Much with Us.